My name is Lucas Maddox, and I'm going to be the first survivor of shaken baby syndrome to complete an Ironman. Nearly 26 years ago, when I was around 6 weeks old, I was shaken as a baby, which resulted in brain surgery, the placement of a shunt. I still had the scar and the tube, if you can see this, scarring on my stomach. First and foremost, I want to say that my babysitter was the person who did this, and it's obviously put my parents through a lot of things growing up. I've had many stories of this, so before anyone wonders, I want to clear that up. It resulted in many months of physical therapy. As an infant, I do not remember any of this, but it's just from stories that my family has told me. And thousands of MRIs and CAT scans to make sure that obviously my brain was developing healthily and I was on my way. And obviously everything so far, knock on wood, has turned out okay. But that's again why we're here and what's to follow. For those that don't know what shaken baby syndrome is, it's in simplest form extensive head and brain trauma. The most immediate symptoms that are associated are lack of consciousness, seizures, vomiting, all of these usually resulting from brain hemorrhaging or retinal hemorrhaging, which I was lucky enough to survive both of. But 25% of victims usually die from this. That's just in the short term. Unfortunately, in the long term, roughly 80% of shaken baby survivors have lifelong effects, just cognitive disabilities or impairment, speech impairment, or the complete loss of speech, paralysis, seizures, the list goes on and on. And this is where it gets personal for me. So I have this quote here. There are no reliable statistics on how many times a baby has been shaken without negative effects. The force required to be associated or diagnosed with shaken baby syndrome is so violent that often a single episode is often fatal or results in lifelong permanent disabilities like I just listed before. The notion of a baby being shaken without any negative impairments or lifelong consequences is often a misconception. And that is why I'm here, because I am one of the lucky ones. But ultimately, this isn't about me. This is about bringing awareness towards this. And this isn't to be a pity party towards me or to say poor me, because I never want that. This is to bring awareness on this subject and to realize that I was quite literally given a second chance at life. So I'm happy to say today that I am in partnership with the SBA, the Shaken Baby Alliance out of Fort Worth, Texas, and the NCSBS, the National Center on Shaken Baby Syndrome out of Farmington, Utah. These organizations have been working to raise awareness on this for years, but now we're going to work together to raise donations on this topic. I'm going to attach links below to both of their sites, the informative side, the articles, and then the direct donation links. I do want to say, obviously no donation is necessary. Both organizations are happily standing beside me to raise donations for this. So the plan for how this is going to go. I'm going to document my training and struggles along the way for my Ironman race. And I've never recorded videos before, so on top of a full-time job, training for an Ironman, yada yada, you name it, I'm sure this is gonna be really relaxing, stress-free, it'll be fine. But the full Ironman isn't until November of 2026. The reason that it's so long away is because it's a fun little challenge of a 2.4 mile swim, 112 mile bike ride, and then a marathon or a 26 2-mile run. All in sequence, all one after the other. It takes people anywhere from 8 to 16 hours. Now, I just completed an Olympic distance triathlon back in September, like a month and a half ago, and now I have a half Ironman coming up in Haines City, Florida in December, on December 14th. Those races, especially the half Ironman coming up, are just to honor my commitment and show that I'm dedicated to the training. I've been doing it for just a couple of months now, and it'll help me get my feet wet, my feet in the water for the documentation, and ultimately just gives me more time to raise awareness on this. It gives me an entire calendar year for me and both those organizations to work together, get donations, or whatever can happen out of this. Now, obviously, all proceeds go to these organizations, especially if you click their direct donation links. So today begins the road to becoming the first survivor of shaken baby syndrome to complete, or at least try, an Ironman. Now, I've done research trying to find if a survivor of shaken baby syndrome has ever completed an Ironman, and I haven't been able to find anything. That doesn't mean that someone hasn't, but the whole reason that I want to do this anyways is to raise awareness and donations for this cause. So that's not to discredit if anybody has already done this. Bike time, let's get it. Just kidding, it's freezing outside, we're closing the door. I just wanted a cool shot. I'm that bad at clipping in on a stationary bike, you should see me on a road bike. We just had a 20-minute warm up, and then like an hour of actual biking. In my 3-inch inseam shorts. I have 2 pairs of cycling shorts, and these come super short. And my other ones come clear down to my knees. I don't know why these are so short, and the other ones are clear down here, but this is what we have for today. Warm-up's done. Now we have our actual part of the workout now. 2 minutes left basically, and then a little cool down. Wasn't that bad today. Just quick cadences, meaning that you pedal faster, followed by slow cadences, pedal slower, harder, just trying to keep power. Warm-up run done, Zwift workout done, like 21 miles through downtown London on there, just cycling through different powers and stuff, but all done for the day. Do you think cheddar or everything bagel? Everything bagel? Okay. Some eggs and everything bagel. I had to cut my own bagel, and that was a huge inconvenience. And I would have much rather just had cereal. Here we go, we're ready to go. It's now 6 in the morning, we got our lunch. Massive pail, it's literally just oikos and fruit, but just need that. This is for some energy afterwards. Work bag, gym bag with the pool stuff. Yeah. Let's go swim. Finished the swim. I did not swim 5,000 yards. I swam maybe half of that just because 2 lifeguards were like giving me tips and tricks. They said that my stroke looked good, but my kick is atrocious, and I couldn't agree more, at least just based off feeling. It just feels bad. And I've only been swimming for like 4 months, and I've progressed from extremely slow to slow. But they said like, hey, you're a tall guy, you're 6'2", you should not be swimming as slow as you are. You're swimming like you're 4 feet tall. And I didn't know what they meant, but they basically said that my kick is just like bound up and I'm not reaching far and I'm just like swimming compact. So they basically just like stood there and instructed me for like half an hour straight. It was fun. Just like learn. I mean, they're lifeguards and they grew up swimming, so. 8 a.m. Thursday, just getting some breakfast. I actually have a running analysis appointment later today, so that's pretty cool. I've never had that done before, but I just keep having uneven like injuries and pains. Not injuries, but pains when I run. Like my left quad is always loaded, my right knee hurts, my left hip flexor, but it's always just those same muscles on the same side, so I don't know if I'm using them on accident, like different, or, you know, landing on my left foot harder or my right foot harder. So I'm going to get looked at like by a run specialist physical therapist. It'll be interesting, and hopefully we'll get something figured out for that. So the first 2 videos, or the 2 days that I had recorded vertically, and like spent like 2 hours editing, getting them in order and everything. And then I found out that they have to be sideways. So Went back. Apparently you can fix that afterwards. You change the aspect ratio and the formatting, and then they'll fit with this formatting. We are here in the garage, about to get a lift in, and then we have a little run afterwards. It's currently raining outside, you can hear it. I despise working out after work, and then today I did. And that's only because I had that physical therapy analysis, like run analysis this morning. But that was actually really interesting. The PT told me that I have like no hip internal rotation, which I was unaware of. Like I have a ton of external rotation, but when you run and cycle and everything, your hips require internal rotation, and I lack it. So then my body just like adjusts to what it can do naturally, and that's externally rotate. And so that's part of the reason why I've been having like the IT band pain, because I'm putting extra force on the outside of my leg, the quad pain on the other side. So it was good. Let's go get analyzed. I'm super glad that I did. Gave me some exercises to focus on, strengthen my butt, my glutes. So yeah, we're gonna do a couple of those today, and then we just got a little run afterwards. Bringing out the absolute massive guns in the 15-pound weight for these. Lift is done. We're about to go run right now. The lift, man, like I said, I like to work out like 6 a.m. before work. I know it has not proven true so far through this video, but I swear, I'll be on track eventually. Well, I have been for like 4 months. You gotta believe me, I swear. But no, about to go run right now. Quick 5K. I'm gonna run in the rain. As you can see, it's absolutely treacherous out, pouring. No, it's stopped raining the second I walked outside. Made me a liar, but we're 1 mile in right now, 9:30 pace, just 2 miles to go. The first part was a joke about it being treacherous. Now it kind of is. I'm running right into the wind, and it started raining. So first experience in the rain, yay, but also nay, because it's just obviously wet and cold. It'd be fine if it was like 80 degrees out, but it's 40. It's like 45. So, I'm like dumb. I wanted to do it. Run is done, we're back inside. Golly, the right side of my knee started bothering me some. I like mile 2.5 and just finished out. Pain wasn't that bad, but I do not get it. Took 10 days off of running and seemed fine. And then all of a sudden bothered again. But that's why I went to that analysis appointment this morning, and we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't come back and stay bad, but we'll see. Just got Skyline with my buddy. Got my to-go box here of cheese. Straight cheese. They gave me all this extra. I said I'm taking that home. I can use that for dinner later on burritos or something. Again, I'm a liar. Have not worked out yet today. Being in charge of my own schedule with work, I didn't have any patients today. So I slept in again. Ha! Take 4. Keeps falling off or doing the dang Apple Pay because it's on the side. Ah! Just getting some stretching done after my ride. This is a good way to do it. Just listen to me breathe and grunt on accident. It's not on purpose. That's what the same thing as on accident means. In a relaxing hurdler stretch, why the hell's my foot look like? I look like I fell off a building. Found dead at the scene. I don't know how people do the hurdler stretch without their foot going out to the side. Like I always have to be like this. I don't know how people can get it like this and lay back. I cannot. Good morning. It's currently just about 6 a.m. I knew the shredded cheese from Skyline would come in handy. I knew that it would. I was gonna have bagels with my eggs. Molded. All of these, never even opened them. I got them like 4 days ago. And then I had one of these, one everything bagel, molded. So just eggs, unfortunately. I got my coffee, decaf coffee. I've had 2 cardiac ablations, and so I'm like super sensitive to caffeine. So whenever I drink coffee now, I have to drink decaf. I just like it for the flavor. But yeah, we're about to go get our swim in maybe an hour, maybe 2. I don't know. We're just kind of hanging out this morning. So hi there. Hello. I gotta go swim, Sook. 3 hours later, I am finally heading to the Y. Good reason I waited. I think good reason. I just started like watching the show Lost, like the 2004 show, like 2 weeks ago. And I had a couple episodes left in the first season, and I was hooked. So I just sat there binge watching. And you know, wake up at 5:30. Breakfast is 6. Just to watch Lost on the couch. But you know, it's the weekend. That doesn't matter. So I just gotta go swim now. Then I'm going home to my parents, hang out, watch some football for the rest of the day. So all in all, still a good day. It's only 9 a.m. So here we go.
He's a man still down to his knees. Don't always know my wrongs and right.
I just recorded for 2 minutes and didn't realize that it connected to the CarPlay in my truck. So when I turned the camera around, it was done. It was on 0. No, I just finished the swim, but I said the swim team was in there and they have not been in there before. And I was just mesmerized at how fast they were. Like I was doing the kickboard and they were doing the kickboard. They were probably faster on the kickboard than I was swimming normally. So I went and asked their coaches afterwards for some tips and tricks. Because no harm in asking. I guess the worst they could say is no, or I gotta run. But people are usually happy like to give advice and help, I think. Good morning. Already had my breakfast, so we are about to just hop on the Zwift bike. Got a break workout this morning, meaning that you go straight from like swim to bike or bike to run or all 3. So I'm going straight from an hour on the bike to a 7-mile run. I got the run shoes, bike shoes right there. 7-mile run is the longest run that I've probably had in 3 weeks since I had to withdraw from the marathon just because the IT band pain, which lucky enough, I woke up this morning and it hurt really bad. So I did a bunch of rehab stuff this morning, trying to stretch it, roll it, you name it, and hopefully it goes okay. Because like I said, that's the longest run I've had in 2-3 weeks. If it's too bad, the pain is too bad, I'm just gonna cut it short and we'll see. Right now we're halfway through the workout. It's got me doing 100 cadence at like 85% power, so I'm just flying. I haven't done this before. But it honestly feels better pedaling faster than slower. 100, I do it 10 times out of 10. We got another 40 minutes to go. bike done. Now let's go have all the sweat freeze to my body. We're like 2.5 miles in right now. I'm running through a new apartment complex that's being built. It's kind of pretty. Just on the trail, pond back here, trees. Great news. Fantastic, amazing news. My knee hurts really bad. My IT band pain is back in full swing. Same exact pain that I had about a month ago when I withdrew from the marathon. So we're gonna come up with a plan to try and fix it. I don't know. I'll probably rest from running for more than 1 week. I'm thinking I'll take 2 to 3 weeks off running because the race is in 6 weeks, and I'll just continue cycling, lifting, swimming in between there, and then maybe throw in like a mile run every 3 days. I don't know, because I'm perfectly fine for the first 2-3 miles of a run, which is exactly how it goes. You're like, yay, let's go, and you push it ever so slightly, and then your knee just blows up. So I don't know, we'll see. Nonetheless, here is today's workouts.